So these are Sony's NS7. These are wearable neckband speakers, and Sony's just launched them in India. If we can find links for you guys to buy them, we'll drop them in the description below. Let's quickly unbox them and see what they sound like and feel like. Are they awkward or not? The price is supposed to be $24,990, but the final retail price and availability, all of those things will drop in the description below. So let's quickly cut through this little tape thing here. So it does say that you can connect with your television as well, and Sony Bravia XR TVs is what they're saying work well with this. 360-degree spatial sound, and you also have the ability to download these apps. The Headphone Connect app I already have, and this is what you basically get. So these are the speakers that you will wear around your neck, and this is a transmitter that can be connected to basically any television source. And you basically have a digital in from the TV coming into this transmitter, and this will then transmit to these speakers. You can use with this transmitter or use completely without this transmitter the speakers because they do connect over standard Bluetooth as well. So it's totally up to you. So first impressions right out of the box, not only do they seem premium, but they also seem a little bit weighty. I don't know if it'll be a problem wearing them for long periods of time. And there's also another box with cables and such. So this is the optical cable. This will go from the TV to the transmitter or any other device. If you have a stereo sound system, you can have a digital optical out from there going into a digital optical in here. Really nice high quality cable to charge the headphones as well as power the transmitter. And then another USB Type-C cable, which I'm assuming is to charge. I call them headphones, they're actually speakers. So let's get these things out of here. I'm more interested in these. So you can see that there is an out vent for the low end, or basically bass vents here. And then the charging port appears to be here. Yes, that's a USB Type-C connector, which is nice. You do have your controls over here, so volume button, plus and minus, and a central button, which I'm assuming is to pause or play, things of that nature. And then on the right side, you have a pairing and power button and a quick mute button. I can also see a microphone pickup, so you can possibly take calls on these as well. But more importantly, let's wear them for the first time. They're actually quite comfortable. And if you have a hoodie like me, you can possibly hide them in the hoodie. How does that look? Does that look like I'm wearing a neckband? So for a lot of people, this will be awkward to begin with. So if you're somebody who feels a little awkward with things around their neck, this might not be the best suited for you. But before we even come to that evaluation, let's quickly listen to them and also connect with the Headphones Connect app, which is not aptly named for this device, clearly. But let's connect with that and see.
Power on.
That is loud. So it's already showing me the speakers on the app. I'm going to try and connect.
Bluetooth pairing.
I need to really reduce the audio. Maybe I should take them off. So it's already showing that these are registered, and then I can just go into the next setup. I'll sign in later. I can set up the 360 reality audio. You need to listen to the different options. So I'm going to do that now. Hopefully the volume will not blow my ears away. So it's quite interesting. It first plays the song in the right side and then the left side, then it plays it in stereo so that you understand what normal audio sounds like. Now I'm going to listen to 360 reality. So there's definitely a more front and back sort of audio sound here, where some of the sound is on the back as well as some of the sound is in the front. And that is because that these speakers have an X speaker layout. So you do have 4 speakers on the top. So you do have a frontal and a rear sort of setup here. Setup is complete. Let's quickly go to the dashboard. So here in the app, you do have some basic things that you can set up. So you can see the status of the headphones here. I keep calling them headphones. You can see the status of the speakers here. You can also see the battery percentage of the speakers, and then you can go into the sound profile and you can set up the sound profile. You can also analyze your ear shape. This is available for all Sony speakers and headphones and such. So you can analyze the ear shape and accordingly it will adjust the audio. And then in the equalizer, you can choose from some of the presets that they have: vocal, treble boost, bass boost, speech, or you can set up your own via manual, or you can also have some custom profiles that you can create. So one for music, one for movies. You can have those profiles set up and then quickly switch between them. And then you also have things like an automatic power off, automatic download of firmware, etc. You can set those up, and you can also initialize the headphones, the speakers from here. So if you want to just put them into factory settings, you can just tap this button and you're done. And I do want to listen to some music, so let's quickly play some songs real quick and see what they sound like. I have to say one thing, the sound is actually quite impressive. I don't know how to explain this. This is like wearing really good quality headphones, but without any restrictions to your ears. So the sound is not like like putting a speaker next to your ears. It's actually not like that. These actually do sound like really good quality headphones. So when you're listening to music that does have a good amount of bass, whenever you hit those bass notes, you do get a little bit of air that gets pushed out by the speaker or the woofer that's on the bottom, and that does hit your collarbone, gives you a sort of a 4D, maybe a 5D effect, because you can actually feel the bass, but it's actually the air that you're feeling. But the sound profile is actually very interesting. It sounds like, for the lack of a better word, it sounds like you're at a party. And the speaker setup at the party is really good. There's speakers all around you, and you can still listen to your friends. You can still see and hear what's going on apart from the music, but there is music playing. So you can have this at a really low volume and then be doing your business around the house, doing whatever you want to do. And this will not be an interruption. This will not bother you. It doesn't restrict your hearing, and you don't need to have a fake environmental sound. So this is actually very, very interesting. Try it. So like you're watching now on really good audio, right? What would you rate? This is what you're like watching television at.
This is perfectly how I would.
So this is what you're watching television at. I'm not bothered by this. So like imagine if somebody's like watching like how people are sitting in a room watching like YouTube shorts or like Instagram reels, and like they're really loud and you're getting bothered. This is like a better way. This is like a better way to not bother your people around you, whoever they may be. So they weigh in at about 318 grams, which is not light by any standard of headphones. But because you're wearing them here, you can barely feel them. You don't even feel like they're on there. And I did have a feeling that it'll feel like one of those neck pillow situations where it sort of squeezes you a little bit, but it doesn't do that. And it doesn't feel like those awkward neck massages that you get either. So it does feel really comfortable, and the sound so far is really good. I am really, really impressed with these. If you're watching shows, or if basically the problem with this is that this is a single person enjoyment thing. So if you live alone, or if you're somebody who watches a lot of movies alone, this is going to up your game as far as audio experience is concerned, without spending basically endless amounts of money on creating a perfect home theater setup. This is your home theater inbuilt. You get ridiculous amounts of bass. You get very localized sounding sound, and then you don't have to be too loud to sort of get that immersive feeling. So your speakers are not blasting at full volume, and you're not bothering the neighbors, and your ears are not getting destroyed with loud sound. You can have a really good immersive experience by having these here. One negative thing that I do feel is, and they claim a 12-hour battery life, which is great, is that when you turn your head, because it is so localized, it's basically sending a wave of sound very localized in this region. So the minute I turn my head, I lose out all audio completely. So my left ear is not listening to anything from the speaker anymore. It completely blanks out. It is so localized. So that is one negative thing that I do have. So if I'm watching a show and if I look towards the right or if I look towards the left, it becomes completely one-sided audio because I can hear on the side that I turn to. So I can hear on the left ear, but I can't hear on the right ear. And that is something that is by design, I am assuming, because they want you to have a very directed sort of sound towards your ear. So when you're wearing this and you're watching a show, you want to turn with your full body and not with your neck. So less use of the neck with this neck band speaker. But really impressive sound. I cannot stress this enough that this is actually very freeing to listen to music and watch TVs like this because you're not restricted. And I'm going to try using these on voice calls and video calls and see what that sounds like. Is the other person bothered by the sound? Because of the way they've localized the audio, I feel that the speaker might pick up. So one thing we decided to show you before we end the video is actually something we noticed after we ended the video, is that you can actually remove these NS7s from your neck, place them down on a table and use them as Bluetooth speakers as well. But if you're going to buy these for using them as a speaker on your table, these are not good. You could do it, but at this volume, you should also not be listening to these because these are extremely loud as well. So just an added benefit, we thought we'll put it in the video. Okay, bye. So that was a quick look at the new Sony NB7. Now, if you enjoyed this video and enjoy iGyan content in general, consider subscribing because we have some interesting videos lined up for you guys coming right up. Also, we're checking out the SB10. Make sure to have the bell notification at all notifications at all times because you don't want to miss out good content as far as tech is concerned. This has been Bharat. I'll see you guys in the next one. Lots of citizens rise.